Welcome, Lifestyle family. This is the new segment for episode 14 of the Out There podcast. So this is the usual side segment for us who we talk about news that is a bit strange, peculiar, hard to explain, and our favorite segment, tourists behaving badly. So, okay, the first one, can you guys see on the screen?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay, this is very recent news. I think just today or yesterday only. So this is eerie noises in Malaysia morgue. Stop after the deceased cancer patient reunites with the weak. So prior to her death, the deceased had been unhappy with the hospital staff for touching her wig. Yeah. Okay. So it was a solemn warning. The forensic staff left Malaysian social activist blah 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 when he volunteered to handle a deceased cancer patient's funeral. So strange happenings in the mortuary as the police searched for her next of kin. What's strange? Why next of kin? The patient's body remained at the morgue. Oh, I think she passed away.
She died alone.
So did the signs of unrest. That's when staff took it upon themselves to check on the deceased's last admission in the hospital records. It led them to discover her attachment to a certain wig. The emergency staff recalled the deceased having an argument with the staff over touching her wig. She also warned them to look after it, one nurse said. However, when the body was eventually brought to the morgue, the wig was left behind. A call with the ward revealed that the wig was still there while the patient had breathed her last. Forensic staff wasted no time retrieving the wig and placing it in the paper box next to the former owner. It was shot in the dark, but it was that very night the morgue was silent. So on May 16, the deceased was cremated with the wig snugly on her head. A wake was conducted next day, believing the woman had a prim and proper person. She wanted to give her a proper send-off. While the deceased next of kin remain unknown, also they still haven't found her family. She vowed to locate them, for a promise to the dead must be fulfilled, never broken. So in this story is scary yet a very human kind of story, right? I mean, you're attached to a certain thing. Do you guys feel that you'll be attached to one thing that you will never let go even after?
I hope not. If you're attached, something means you're stuck on this plane.
You don't want to go.
You
right?
cannot go. Don't be attached.
Yeah.
I have a question. I wonder if it's her real hair. Let's say, for instance,
Possible.
like if she used her own hair to make a wig.
Possible.
Before she lost all her hair.
But the wig looks, I don't know the pictures are real or not, but looks very.
Is it real hair? Number one. If it's real hair, is it her hair?
That
Possible.
it could be real hair but not her hair.
Yeah, so then there's also, it may not be real hair. So several questions are, is it real hair? If it's real hair, is it her hair? Because that would explain the attachment to it.
No,
it's hers.
It should be attached to the any item, is it?
Yeah, but in this particular case, it's like it really is part of her. And then if she's to be buried or cremated, then all of her should be. There should be nothing left. I don't know.
Actually, I think attachment can be to anything. I don't think necessarily to be her hair or. I think
I'm just curious.
I think it's that maybe cancer patient. She had that.
She was after the therapy. She was not lack of self-confidence and. I mean, from the article.
It's part of her.
We know that was a lady patient. So.
But one thing I could just tell you guys, my sister actually works in a hospital.
Does she has any story?
Dude. So for many years, she worked in the basement level. She wasn't a nurse or anything. She was part of the admin staff, not admin, but more of the administrative. How do I say?
The back. Not the front line lah, not the front line.
So her office was always in the basement area, where the opposite side would be the morgue and the kitchen.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
and every time got things happening.
Wow.
Hospital morgues are the worst. There's
Wow.
always activity. And
Yeah.
at night, they can hear the kitchen going off. Things in the
Wow.
kitchen, bang, bang, bang.
Wow.
So the
This was
kitchen
morgue.
is just beside the morgue.
Yes.
Walao. What? I mean, seriously,
Yes.
why do they design to put?
Because no one goes down there. They can utilize the space there. So
Okay.
what she told me, like, it's very active. Hospital morgues are super active.
And she's not working shift, right? She's
No.
because backline
She's
is an
office hours.
office hour, right?
She's office
Yeah.
hours, but she got a lot of all those lobang,
And still it is.
all the guards. They know all the stories.
Ah.
One of the
Okay.
very prominent hospitals in Singapore. So and
Okay.
she tell all the stories. Morgues
Yeah.
are very dirty places,
Yeah.
and you can hear a lot of things. Very
So
dirty.
if anybody
next
who,
challenge.
if anybody who,
Candlelight, huh?
if anybody
Candlelight,
who
Dark
is
Alley, yeah.
listening and have stories to share, I mean, please let us.
So the
Please
audience
contact
who
us.
wants a certain person to carry a candle and walk in this
No,
kind
no,
of
no,
place,
no, 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 no,
please
no,
put
no,
it in
no,
the comment section below. Thank you so much.
no. That one I think really, you pay me maybe 1 million. Even that 1 million nowadays by
Rupiah.
inflation is not that much.
Rupiah.
That was- okay, the next story. This one very sad lah. A woman 77 lives in Bedok flat. Bedok, I don't know which part of Bedok lah. The blood seeps into the floor and out of the ceiling of the neighbor's home below.
Very bad waterproofing. That's the first thing that
Kind
came
of
into
sad. It's the
my-
first thing I thought.
Oh,
of
they
it.
give you the Bedok South block. Seems like a very old block.
Block
It is.
163.
It is.
Which constituency? This one? Not Marine Parade. Anyway, yeah, the decomposing body of a 77-year-old woman was found in the flat at block 163 Bedok South on May 25th. A woman who lives the floor below told Xinming that her family first noticed blood drip. Oh, I hope this is not the actual picture from the master. Oh no, the plastic room, and there was a foul smell. Oh. The family went up to check on their neighbor and saw the deceased sister knocking at the door. The neighbor told Xinming that the deceased had been living alone in her flat for over 25 years.
That's
That's
so
it.
sad.
The niece of the deceased said that her aunt was a retired teacher and had no known cardiovascular issues. According to police, her aunt died in her sleep and blood seeped out of her body as it started to decompose. The police ruled out possibility of foul play and the investigation are ongoing. So
There wouldn't be any waterproofing because it's the room. Normal rooms don't have waterproofing. So it's
I thought
possible
all
that
flooring and all ceiling must, regardless of which room and all that. What?
kitchens, toilets.
no, but
That's
for the decomposition
normal,
to
'cause
be
normal tiles to stop it. This one is like I don't know how many days. It's prolonged so long they can seep through.
yeah,
Now this is a bigger issue, lah. I mean, as Singapore,
people dying alone. Yeah.
as Singapore becomes more of an aging society, and this is going to be more of a common thing. We have to find a way to
It's becoming increasingly common. Every now and then we hear
we
one.
have to find a way to curb this, lah. Somehow.
No, but if they don't want to open up, it's really nothing
we
much.
have to find a way, lah.
Yeah, it's like
Either have more
Some
social
people
workers or
left alone. That's the thing.
correct.
you can't leave old
Yeah.
people alone. Cannot. This thing
But-
happens. They get sick. They don't know. They don't know how to do things. They keep quiet.
But do you think that this will affect the property price of both flats? I mean, just being practical here, lah. I mean,
No, I don't know. Honestly,
Of course it would. People don't like buying flats where people have died in what?
but natural death, I think is fine. But still, if you
Yeah, but what if she's got outstanding
the blood
issues
seep
and-
through, I don't think it's so easy to clear.
yeah. Maybe the
We're
old-
not talking
old
about
flat lah.
carpet here, leh. We're talking about
tiles.
cement.
cement.
So
No joke.
it's
Mm.
yeah.
No, lah, but it's just sad that people die this way alone, and
Yes, indeed. I mean, if you have relatives who are living alone, check on them, lah. Okay.
Well, like if audience, if you know someone in your your neighbors who are like that, just check on them once in a while.
Roof collapsed onto a viewer during a screening of Final Destination. Fiamma Villaverde, celebrating her 29th birthday, was walking through downtown La Plata, a city in Argentina, with her 11-year-old daughter and a friend when they happened to pass a theater showing the latest installment in the American horror series Final Destination: Bloodlines. The film's plot revolves around bizarre and tragic deaths caused by a series of seemingly random accidents. The group hadn't originally planned to go to the movies, but decided to step inside, partly because the tickets were cheaper at the time of day. The theater, which had about 40 people in attendance, enjoyed the film until it neared its climax. Suddenly, a loud noise echoed from the ceiling. Villaverde told Infobay there was a really loud noise. At first, we thought it was part of the movie because we were so absorbed. But then, a huge piece fell on me. A large chunk of the ceiling struck her on the shoulder, back, knee, and ankle. Luckily, because she had been leaning slightly over the armrest, it missed her head. While waiting for the ambulance, Villaverde went to the ticket office to request a refund. According to her, the manager responded, "How do you want to fix this?" After being examined at the hospital and receiving x-rays, Villaverde was diagnosed with multiple bruises. She also reported psychological distress
because
resulting
they
from
can
the
get a
incident.
payout.
She said, "I hadn't been to the movies in years. I went because it was my birthday, and look what happened."
Yeah. So
That's the real life Final
They have a-
Destination.
Final
Okay.
Destination, yeah. So we a few of us did watch Final Destination. So luckily there wasn't major issue. Maybe something dropped on the clothing when you're eating something, that's all. But
Wow.
but yeah, it's scary, right? I mean, context of the movie. But I don't know you all remember there was a big hoo-ha during COVID or before COVID at the next cinema at Serangoon. The whole ceiling of the cinema dropped. It
What?
crashed onto a lady. It was quite serious, huh?
Oh, really?
Then the cinema was closed for about a year.
What happened to the lady?
It was hurt by the whole. I think it's
The
false.
false ceiling,
She
right?
False
recovered
ceiling.
lah. She recovered.
No, it's not a false ceiling. It's the van. I think those kind of aircon van. Those kind of like a squarish aircon van. The whole thing dropped on her. No,
Oh my gosh.
She survived, bro.
I
She
don't
survived,
remember
she survived.
this story.
she survived. It was. Maybe I'm gonna dig out and I'll link to this show. But this
insane.
was
That's insane.
happened, and cinema ceiling is very high up.
Yeah.
So anything that dropped from the ceiling is going to cause a lot of. So luckily, in this case, for this Argentina lady, she didn't meet major thing lah. But it's the movie that she watched and the fact that she didn't watch movies so regularly, and this thing happened.
I
It's
would
a bit-
say sway.
Yeah lah. Yeah. I think she will not watch a movie anytime soon. Especially now we have a lot of option on streaming and everything.
Well, because she's going to make a very big deal about it in the US, they have something called like a sue culture, right? Where
Yeah.
they'll sue for whatever they can get because of the
I
payouts.
don't think Argentina got such thing. lah.
No, I don't think so.
Hey, you'll be surprised because these days you just make enough noise and it hits social
No,
media.
but
it becomes
she has a case lah. It's a tort case.
Yeah.
The funny thing is that
psychological.
she was hurt
Saying
already.
it's
Then she go to the ticket office. Then the person say, "How are you gonna fix it?" Cause
I'm gonna take the thing. Take a
No,
fish
they
cruise.
mean how do we fix this situation?
The thing, how to fix it?
No,
The
how to
thing is
fix
that call
Not
the
literally
hospital,
fix the thing.
call the hospital for me, and you got to pay me back whatever sum of
Well,
money.
I didn't get sued lah, to be honest.
That's if she has the ability to sue lah. You
Can
know.
lah. Why cannot?
Can lah, most but she got
Contingency lah,
the.
can lah.
Okay,
I'm
next
sure it's got a
story.
huge payout. I don't think they'll just do nothing for them.
Hopefully so lah. Hopefully, just that maybe she can give free tickets ah.
For life.
Yeah. Okay. In Thailand, an unmanned lorry in Thailand spins wildly after collision, likened to a haunted vehicle.
Got video.
Got
What the hell?
yeah. So collision lah. I don't know what happened to the driver.
What collision?
No, they didn't show the collision, but it met a collision. But
Hey,
don't know what happened
collision. How can it be collision?
No,
It's
before
still
that there was
engaged.
collision.
Then?
So then
It's
after that
still
the lorry went rogue lah. But there was seems
So
like
it
there's
means that the accelerator, something is
Correct.
still on the
Went out.
accelerator.
then it's
and
like
it is
the
in
steering
reverse
also
gear. See?
How are you gonna stop this lorry and just let
You have to
the
jump
fuel
on
run
board.
out?
No, they jump on. How about you jump in?
I
He
think the guy
went to
must
the
have
main
jumped
road.
out.
Yeah.
So wait, somehow after the collision, the reverse gear was engaged,
Mm.
and then some of the accelerator was pushed
It
out.
could all just be jammed because of the collision.
Yeah, but look at the vehicle. Where's the impact zone?
I'd like to know
Yeah,
where.
doesn't seem. Don't know where.
the driver
And
is.
these vehicles, right? The gearbox is right at the bottom of the cab. You know the whole thing comes forward this way.
Mm.
That's
So-
for the trailers. This one also
Yeah. No. If you see the white the where the seats are, right? It comes down.
Okay, I think this is the collision.
Yeah.
No, can't see also.
You just keep going round and round, lah.
Just going round and round. No car is want to
Hey.
stay near.
Weird.
I can see a lot of people running. Run here,
Of course
run
not.
there,
You will
here,
not run,
there.
man. I will run.
No, why are they running in the same area? Are they trying to jump
They're
on the
running
Yeah,
vehicle?
I don't know where they're running.
Running
Why they're
away.
running circle also lah?
That's my point.
No,
they
they're
can
running
just
away.
run away and out.
They
of
are
the
running
circle, but they
away.
keep in there, ma.
Oh, lah, they run away, lah. They're scared,
Wow,
lah.
this car don't know kena
Oh,
buang. Is there a
Oh,
person
really?
inside?
Inside.
No lah.
No,
I don't think so.
No inside, right?
Yeah.
It's a
But-
weird one, man.
Weird, huh? Weird,
Yeah,
huh?
weird one. I remember in my army days, my camp, right? So my camp, there is a section. Okay, I don't say too many times. There's a section where they park the heavy vehicles. Right.
Mm.
The guards always say this particular area is very dirty.
Okay.
So some of these heavy vehicles have those hydraulic arms, lah.
Mm.
Catch things or what.
Ah,
Somehow I
it move by itself.
move by itself. Crack, 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 crack,
Yo.
crack. It move by itself. Like.
Heard it or saw it?
The guards hear it all the time.
Now we
Happens
know
very
lah, army
common.
camps all super dirty.
So
No, his one is especially that one known.
you can hear
Okay.
all kind of shit. So
Our
What's next?
our favorite segment. I can rewind again.
wait, someone.
Bad.
Oh, tourists ah.
Behaving badly. Indian again. Can see some police come. What the hell is wrong with it?
Okay. So basically, the story is that they want to buy a tumbler. Then they cannot agree on the price. So I believe the Thai shop owner was a bit aggressive with her approach also. Then they not happy, they just throw the rest of the tumbler lah. So now they have to pay whatever beside that tumbler they want to buy and the rest of the
Damages.
damages. But not just Indian lah.
Where is two
Not,
clowns from? India.
India.
he's an Indian tourist.
See, you try this shit in India, they'll chop your legs off.
Cheap.
Try in India, lah. So happens to the shop owner, all shop owner, whack only. You. That's it. You're gone. You go home.
That's
in
why they feel
business.
emboldened when they're outside of India
Stupid
too.
bastards. What are you trying to do? See,
So
why
to
these
me, there's
buggers
two
do kind of
sides.
things,
There's two sides to this. Okay, if the shop owner had aggravated the situation by being aggressive,
I believe they do because the story didn't say, but I'm sure
Yes.
her
So-
style wasn't.
so that could have been one thing. So what about mutual respect? If you're a buyer and then you're a seller, if both of you mutually respect each other and speak to each other nicely, will this type of thing happen or not? No, right?
no. We've all been to Bangkok, Thailand,
Mm.
Bangkok, Chiang Mai. I've been to so many shops. I've been to so many markets. You know, you do negotiate, you do bargain.
Yeah.
No one fights.
But there's a limit lah.
No one
I
fight like
have.
that one.
I've experienced bad ones.
Yeah, but no one fight like that one.
No lah.
No,
Because
but
now-
you see, No,
it's
because-
Thailand. You go to one this shop, you go to the shop 15 minutes away, you get the same shit
Yeah, lor.
one.
it's
Oh.
easy for us to say we're not in that situation,
Yeah,
right? And different
but-
people are going to react differently.
But
So
not like
some
this,
people, may trigger easily, some people may not. So
Yeah, but
and then
you-
also the shops got different owners with their different temperaments. I've had my own experience where the shop owner is very rude, and I hadn't even started bargaining, and they don't want to entertain you in the first
think-
place.
Then
More and more, they
What's up with
are
that?
not very flexible with the bargaining anymore.
Doesn't
But
Not
as-
the area. Not the area.
But as a
It takes all
customer,
sorts to make
you
the
also
world.
don't be too. If they say okay, this is 300 baht, you don't ask for 150 baht lah. You know what I mean?
For
At
me,
least
it's very
negotiate
simple.
250
You
lah. You know.
pay what you feel it's worth. If you feel it's worth that amount, then you bargain for that. If they're not going to go down, then you just walk off lah.
Walk lah, go to the next one, as Sarah say.
Two
Oh.
minutes away, get the same thing.
So in
There's
this
no
case,
exclusive product.
And then, but then many tourists bargain just for the sake of bargaining because it's
Yes.
Thailand. Unfortunately,
yes.
you bargain. Then in the end, you walk off. Also, you never even buy the thing after wasting all that time. Walao! If I also would be upset. What?
Yes.
No, but end of the day, you shouldn't be breaking things. You see.
No. I mean, but the thing is that the story didn't specify
Yeah, it's not
what
enough
caused them to.
details.
No, but I don't care what I specify. And,
Yeah lah,
and at this
it's
moment,
wrong of them.
At this
It's wrong of
moment,
them.
the two guys are going to go to jail.
Yes.
Police come, they're not going to arrest the shop owner.
No lah,
That's
but the
true.
police will do their.
these guys.
The police will do their investigation also lah. You need two sides of the story. What?
And what are you going to say? Oh, because the shop auntie was shouting at me, so I broke all the things.
No lah, but
Mati
they will
lah.
still need to. Regardless, the police
Yeah,
still
I
have
don't
their
care.
due
At the end of
diligence.
the day,
they
the
still
two
have to
guys are the fault. No matter
What's the
how
next story?
rude, no matter how rude the shop owner is, you don't go around
Okay.
breaking things like that. It's just crazy lah.
Hey, not feed the monkeys! Hey! Why are you feeding to the monkeys? Why are you feeding to the monkeys?
What's your problem, dude? Stop!
Hey! I'm recording! You're feeding to the monkeys!
What the fuck is wrong with you?
What's wrong? Oh my god, that's so bad.
You're not supposed to be feeding
Oh.
the monkeys. Somebody looks like they're feeding them chips.
Crazy! Why are you feeding the monkeys? Oh my god. I recorded.
Because they're trying to
okay?
film content,
I
you see,
present to the
with the
government and
cameras.
the national park staff. Okay? Okay, good.
What the hell is he doing now? Throwing chips at a monkey. Huh? These
Whole
monkeys,
group of them.
They're the monkeys lah. Seriously.
The whole group of them.
And then I can
Ooh.
throw some more. Throw. Hey, throw.
You know why, right? Because it's content. It's stuff that they can post.
No, but you are inculcating the monkeys to come and keep asking for food in the future.
Yeah, they associate
Yeah.
people with food. My
Yeah.
Mac is about to die. Is there any more after this?
No, I think that's the last one. Yeah. So, yeah. Today we got.
I'm not plugged
yeah.
in because everything was fully charged. But
Oh, but
it's been
surprisingly,
so
you can
long.
last so long.
Yeah.
So, okay, thank you so much. Good night, everybody.
Thanks everyone.
Night.
See y'all.